Whether you're a returning student or new to Mission Vista High School, we're excited to help you design a personalized pathway aligned with your evolving strengths, interests, and values. In this presentation, we will explain the basic structure of Mission Vista High School, including the dual magnet themes and the pathway options within each magnet. We will also show you how to select areas of interest and combine growth pathways for an entirely customized pathway experience. More than anything, Mission Vista is a school that encourages you to explore widely within a structure that's flexible enough for you to change your mind as you learn about yourself. As we go through this presentation, we'll keep track of some evolving vocabulary. Let's start with magnet school. A magnet school is a public school that offers specialized programming to attract students from multiple districts. To be admitted to a magnet school from within the district, students must apply their first year. Once you've been accepted, you never need to apply again unless you disenroll, go to another school, and decide to return later. Mission Vista was founded as a dual magnet high school, which means that we offer unique courses aligned to our two magnet themes of arts and communication and science and technology. Specialized programs like visual and performing arts, Project Lead the Way, and career technical education draw students to our school like a magnet and encourage students to attend school with us instead of their traditional neighborhood school. One of the most advantageous features of Mission Vista is the 4x4 schedule. It's also very challenging. A 4x4 schedule means that students will complete 4 full classes in the fall and then another 4 full classes in the spring. For example, at a traditional neighborhood school, a student would take English for the whole year, but at Mission Vista, they would complete the full year of English in either the fall or the spring term. What that means in the long run is that students have the opportunity to take 32 total classes over their 4 years at Mission Vista, as opposed to 24 total classes at a traditional high school. That's 8 extra opportunities to explore courses of interest or repeat a course that you didn't get a C or better in the first time. To break down the advantages of the 4x4 schedule even more, consider this formula. You must take 15 core educational courses in order to earn your diploma from the Vista Unified School District. You must also add an additional 7 choice courses to the list. Choice courses are those that you're interested in and choose to take. We'll talk more about that later. Beyond those 22 courses, Mission Vista's 4x4 schedule allows you to choose 10 more courses to take. That's 17 total choice courses and 32 total courses available within your 4 years of high school. Let's add 4x4 schedule to our working vocabulary. This is a schedule that requires students to complete a full year's worth of 4 courses in one term and then gives them all new classes in the next term. Over the long run, students will have the opportunity to explore 8 additional courses of interest, which looks great on a high school transcript. It also allows students to retake any courses that they didn't do well in, potentially resulting in a higher overall grade point average and maintaining 4-year university eligibility. These are the core areas of study. They include English, math, social science, science, physical education, world languages, and visual and performing arts, which we also refer to as VAPA. You must successfully complete a minimum number of courses within each area in order to earn your diploma. This includes 4 English courses, 3 math courses, 3 social science courses, 2 science courses, 2 PE courses, and 1 course in either world language or VAPA, for a total of 15 courses. Remember though, you have 17 more choices during the 4 years you spend at Mission Vista. These should be courses aligned to your growing strengths and interests. You may choose to take more additional courses within the core areas of study, in addition to some electives that aren't represented on this slide. To illustrate the core course selection process, imagine that you have an existing interest in the area of arts and communication. You may choose to challenge yourself with advanced classes in those areas and select English 9 honors during your freshman year, English 10 honors during your sophomore year, Advanced Placement English Language Composition during your junior year, and Advanced Placement English Literature and Composition during your senior year. You may also choose to take Integrated Math 1, Integrated Math 2, and Financial Algebra within the math area. You could also select AP European History, US History, and Government Economics in the social sciences. You must take lab biology to meet your life science requirement, but you could choose between chemistry and physics to meet your physical science requirement. When you have choices, choose the course that interests you most or is most closely aligned with what you might want to pursue as a job later in life. All students must complete at least 2 years of PE as a 9th and 10th grader, and Mission Vista requires all 9th grade students to complete Kinesiology PE 1, but you should let your interests drive your second course choice. Finally, you must select at least one course in either world languages or VEPA. Remember that these 15 courses will be taken over the course of your 4 years here at Mission Vista. When you're thinking about what to choose with those 17 extra choice courses you have, consider using some of them to meet the UC A to G requirements. That means above and beyond the 15 core courses we just went through, you should add one extra course in math, one in science, and 2 courses of foreign language. You must also get a grade of C or better in all of the A to G courses listed in this graphic. If you get a grade lower than a C, you'll need to use one of your choice course selections to make it up. The higher of the 2 grades will be factored into the overall grade point average that colleges use for admission purposes. Now, let's think through one scenario. Let's say you're an 8th grade student coming into Mission Vista. You know you like movies, and you know that Mission Vista has a TV film pathway. You tell this to your counselor, and she lets you know that you can't take that sequence of courses, which is what we call a growth pathway, until your sophomore year. You decide you'll start with drama, and you like it, so you decide you'll continue with that pathway. As you finish your 3rd drama class, you've learned more about yourself. You appreciate the art of theater because you love interactive stories told on stage, but you don't really think you want to be an actor. You decide you want to work on the TV film growth pathway. And after you finish that, you decide you want to try stage tech. This is a really team-oriented course, and maybe you want to try something with a little bit more autonomy, but still focused on the art of storytelling. Creative writing it is. Well, you've been learning about some possible areas of study after high school, and it looks like advertising is basically storytelling, but you'd be able to work in a team setting and still have a pretty large level of autonomy. You share this with your counselor, and she lets you know you'd need to go to college and earn a bachelor's degree in advertising. She's scheduled some additional courses for you so you'll have a competitive application when it's time to apply to college. So back to building your personalized pathway. You think the speech and debate growth pathway would be helpful with the skills you'll need for advertising, and you'll spend some time your senior year in a college apps course, which will help you decide which colleges to apply to and how financial aid works. In the final term of your senior year, you plan to take Senior Capstone, a course that allows you to study a field of interest that you've decided on, and then design your own project to showcase at the end of the term. Then it's off to a 4-year university to major in advertising. The expected growth in job opportunities in the San Diego region over the next 10 years is 12%, which means they'll be hiring locally when you graduate from college. The average salary of someone in advertising in this area is $127,000 annually. Let's add 2 more terms to our working vocabulary. First, a growth pathway is a sequence of courses within an area of interest that builds a student's skill complexity in each subsequent course. Most growth pathways have between 2 and 3 courses. A student does not have to continue in the growth pathway if they don't want to. They can simply begin another course. Second, a personalized pathway refers to all the courses a student has selected within their 4 years at Mission Vista. Students should select courses and growth pathways to add to their personalized pathway that reflect their evolving strengths, interests, and values. Here's a look at the Arts and Communication magnet at Mission Vista with all of the areas of interest in each area's associated growth pathway. When you're reading this map, think about it like an interactive course catalog. To select a course or a growth pathway, look first for an area of interest an area of interest for yourself. The Arts and Communication magnet has 10 areas of interest to explore. The name of each area is in the top left corner of each box, and they include dance, visual arts, graphic design, drama, English, stage tech, performance music, photography, TV film, and vocal music. Other things to consider when looking at this map include growth pathways within each area of interest. Those are listed in the right of the area title. For example, in the visual arts area of interest, there are 2 growth pathways. They include 2D art studio and 3D art studio. In the column farthest to the right in each area of interest is the complementary courses and pathways list. These are courses you may consider taking if you enjoyed one or more courses within the area of interest, and you're not sure what to add next to your personalized pathway. The last thing to notice is the grade designation in the grade boxes within each area of interest. These tell you the minimum grade level for each course. Be mindful that the plus means that you can begin taking that course at that grade level. Of course, you can also take it later in high school if you want to. Here's a look at the Science and Technology magnet with all the areas of interest and each area's associated growth pathway. The same rules apply when you're reading this map. To select a course or a growth pathway, look first for an area that interests you. The Science and Technology magnet also has 10 areas of interest to explore. The name of each area is in the top left corner of each box. They include science, mathematics, history, Project Lead the Way, biomedical science, computer science, world languages, first responder-based patient care, Project Lead the Way engineering, leadership, and physical education. Here are 7 tips and tricks for designing your personalized pathway. Remember, you have 17 courses that you can choose in addition to the 15 core courses. First, familiarize yourself with all the areas of interest offered at MVHS and ask your friends what classes they've enjoyed. 2, come to events to see students showcase their work. 3, ask your teacher and counselors questions or for recommendations. 4, learn to understand and accept your strengths and talents. We're usually happiest when we're working within them. 5, practice self-advocacy, which means communicating your interests, desires, and needs. That helps the people around you to help you most effectively. 6, know that you don't have to choose growth pathways in only one magnet. You can mix and match across both magnets. Last, you don't have to finish a pathway just because you started it. You're encouraged to learn about yourself, and sometimes you learn that you don't like something. That's okay. We're excited to help you design a personalized pathway aligned with your evolving strengths, interests, and values. Don't forget that 2 of your main jobs in high school are to learn how to pursue what you love to do and to learn how you learn best. We encourage you to explore widely and let us help you design the pathway to your future.